welcome to the Monday reading. I hope your weekend's been going okay. So yeah, mine's just started really because it's Saturday when I'm recording this video, but I want to make sure I do it because Sunday's my chill out day, alright? Sunday I have to reset myself. So yeah, let's go into the energy of spirit then. Just take a moment to pull back from the matrix and just center yourself in spirit. The matrix will do whatever it can to get its claws into us, so we have to really disentangle ourselves from it and come back to spirit as often as you possibly can. Okay, so you've got here weighing up a decision or a choice. So, Gilbert, enough. He's drinking water and it's distracting. Yeah, this is you weighing up a decision, or what do I do about this situation? You might feel uneasy about something or unsure about something. There could be a couple of different things going on. Could be uneasy about something and you're not sure about it, you're not sure. You could also be thinking about a choice that you've got and you're thinking, what way do I go with it? You might have thought you were going one way and now you're taking a different route. Now you're thinking, actually, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do this instead. And you might have something else as well where you're choosing to take a completely different approach. Like there's two completely different approaches you could take. So a lot going on. Just remember, it's the ego trying to distract you from just being centered in spirit. You know, the best thing we can do is surrender and let the higher powers take over. And you have got here the higher power taking over. I think you're going to choose to surrender to something that you sort of know deep down you can't really be in control of. You sort of have to surrender it to spirit. You might be seeking out advice from somebody, like a professional, or could be anyone really, but you might be seeking advice from somebody, their opinion sort of thing. Okay, let's go into the energy of spirit again and let's see what we get for your person. Okay, your person's got quite a lot of bitterness, really. They feel like they've been really hard done by in life, you know. They feel like they've been betrayed. They don't want to get screwed over again. They're very vigilant to making sure that they don't end up betrayed or hurt again. So this person might have their guard up, or they might hold some things back in a way, like not necessarily secrets, but they might hold back some of their cards, if you know what I mean, or they might not give you everything because they'd be scared if it all gets taken away again. They've been through a hard time. Sometimes they struggle to see the positive side in life and they do find it hard to trust, you know. Let's have a look at your love message. I'm using this deck, okay, new deck. Matches my outfit. Oh dear, you know I like the colour coordination. Okay, let's go back into spirit then. What is the love message for Monday? Oh, surprise. Interesting, look at this. Romantic surprises are on the horizon. Be open to them. Very nice. So, you might be surprised. You might be well surprised in the coming few days. Somebody could be you know, quite nice to you. It could be romantic. Or you could get a happy surprise of some kind in the next few days. That sounds very nice, doesn't it? Something you're not expecting, a happy surprise. Could be romantic, or could be something, just a happy surprise for you, you know, for your own self-love. So that's kind of exciting, isn't it? We'll go into our astrology message now. Let's have a look what we get for that. Oh, I've forgotten to do the, I'll go back in a minute and do that. Hang on a sec. Let's just look at our astrology energy. We're just going back into spirit now. Oh, okay, you've got Libra. You've got Libra, balance. So spirit is helping you to become more peaceful, and you might be noticing that you're a bit more calmer than you normally would be, a bit more peaceful than normal. You know, they're creating more balance in your life, and also maybe certain areas of your life are getting better now. So instead of just having one area of your life that you're happy with, maybe there's a couple of things going well for you at the moment. Your life's becoming more balanced. You're becoming more balanced. You're becoming more calm. You could also be quite interested in like aesthetics, because Libra people do love the aesthetics of things, how things look, you know, looking nice. So you might be looking at redecorating, restyling your look, looking at clothes. Could be anything that's attractive to you, basically. You know, you could also be looking rather attractive at the moment, I want to say. Let's have a look at what your person's thinking. That's the card I forgot to, I don't know why. I think I just went straight into that, I went straight into the love deck because it just must have caught my eye, because it was the very first time I was using it. So, and we've got some nice surprises. Libra's quite a romantic sign, by the way. Can be. Okay, so somebody says I don't react when people mention you. So there could be somebody that does hold back about their feelings about you, or they don't speak about you because they either want to protect you, they've got your back 100%, or they sort of don't react when your name's mentioned because they're somewhat private about you. They've been hurt in the past, they don't want to sort of get hurt again, so they kind of want to keep things on the down low type of thing. Or like I said, this person could just be, you know, wary, cautious, careful, wanting to protect you. They don't talk about you. This person, I think, is quite trustworthy in a way, because they wouldn't talk about you behind your back. Right, let's have a look at your angel therapy cards. We're doing this deck for the angels. I like this deck. So, angels of 100% pure light and archangels, please come close to us now. Please give us a message for Monday. Just breathe in the angel light. Beautiful energy. Sacral chakra. Okay, interesting. Sensitivities. You are highly sensitive to chemicals and additives, processed foods and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding any harsh items. Avoid harsh situations and avoid harsh relationships. The angels are helping you to be much softer on yourself. Isn't that lovely? I think as a soul family, the messages we've had coming through lately have been that we are looking after ourselves better. We are nurturing ourselves. We understand like the inner child situation, and we try to look after our inner child. And the angels are helping us take that a stage further. by really getting us to think about sheltering ourselves from the harsh matrix. And it's so important because the matrix is just an illusion, and the more you touch it, you know, you can get bitten. That's what all the Indian gurus teach. So if you do lead a somewhat hermit lifestyle, you know, be proud of yourself, because really that is like being a Zen master, you know, when you're a hermit, because what you're doing is you're not touching the matrix as much, so you're less likely to get burnt. And there's harsh chemicals, additives, processed foods, harsh energies, harsh items, harsh situations, and harsh relationships. So the less you touch those things, the better. So if you are a bit, you know, hermit-like, don't feel guilty about it or bad about it. That's actually a good thing, you know. Ramana Maharshi, my main guru, he used to say, you know, the more you touch the matrix, the more of a fool that you are. You know, you think the matrix is just full of, you know, a lot of it is illusion, isn't it, really? Disappointments. You know, if there's something you're destined to do, right, you will do it. You will do it regardless, because it's in your karma, it's in the destined plan. You were going to do that thing. But if you're not sure, yeah, because we've got this I'm unsure energy, it's best to just stay as you are. See what I mean? Right. Let's connect with our spirit guides now. I'm going to use this lovely deck. The writing on it is quite small, so you might not be able to see the writing, but I will show you the card nonetheless. So let's just go into spirit. Let's ask our spirit guides to come close to us now. We thank them for everything they do for us, and we just need a message for Monday, please. How you're helping us, etc. Okay, the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening to you. Oh, sorry, it's happening for you, not to you. The ever unfolding rose. It's happening for you, not to you. And your spirit guides want you to know that if there's something that seems unfair, it's not fair on you, you know. That may be the case. But what it's doing is it's burning down your ego, you know, because the ego always wants everything to be perfect. The ego thinks it knows what it needs, but actually spirit knows what we need, and we need to have more trust in spirit, more faith in spirit. Spirit knows what we need. Let's trust spirit now and say, okay, you know what's best for me, even if it makes literally no sense. You know what's best for me, and I do trust you, spirit. You know, it's helping me to get to know myself, my true self. It's helping me to be less egoic. It's helping me to become more humble. So thank you, spirit, for that. Let's go into our message from our loved ones in the spirit realm. So we just connect with them now, slow our energy right down. And just feel yourself connect with your loved one in spirit. Oh, it's amazing. I am not dead. I mean, that's quite a blunt way that card's written. I don't think I would have written it quite like that. But, I mean, it's to the point, isn't it? It says what it is, and this is the thing, you know, they're not dead, really. The veil is very thin, and they're right with us all the time. you know, unless they've been reincarnated, you know, that is the thing. And we don't know when they get reincarnated, you know, but most of the people we know will be reincarnated. Very few are completely enlightened at the time of their passing. But they're certainly not dead. I mean, there is no death. That's what all the Indian gurus teach. There is no death. So their energy is in our hearts, our souls, and they're with us, strengthening us. And we're very grateful to them. So it's just that confirmation, isn't it, really? It's amazing. So it's a very lovely reading. I'll just go through it again for you. You might be weighing up some decisions. There might be a few different things on your mind at the moment, and you're weighing these things up and you're considering them, and you might be changing your mind about a few things. You might be thinking, my God, I thought I was going to do this, and actually I'm not. I'm going to do something completely different. You know, you're following the higher power. You're becoming a lot more wise. You're becoming more wise in your decision making. Now, your person is pretty cautious at the moment. You know, they've been hard done by in life. They've not been treated well. So it's made them very cautious about how they proceed. You know, they've got their guard up for sure. So, you know, what can you do about that, really? Not very much. There's not really much you can do, except just have patience and give this person a bit of time, because things have obviously hurt them in the past, and now they hold themselves back a little bit, you know, to protect themselves, because they don't want to get hurt again, or they don't want to get really stressed out again. Do you know what I mean? So we just have to be compassionate and patient towards that person, really. And I think we are, because I think we're aiming for the higher power anyway. Like our goal is to be one with spirit. You know, as a soul group, we are extremely spiritual, and we really put our spirituality as our top priority over pretty much everything else. Pretty much. Obviously, we attend to whatever responsibilities we've got, but aside from that, as a soul group, we are completely obsessed with merging with spirit and being at one with spirit, you know. You know, to be our true authentic selves as spirit made us. So that is what's the most important thing to us. So getting confused over decisions in the matrix is a bit of a pointless activity for us. It sort of distracts the brain from what's important. You know, what is important is spirit. And there might be somebody that can help you with this, give you advice, that kind of thing. Your person doesn't react when your name is mentioned, so they've really got your back. You know, they don't talk about you behind your back. They're very neutral. Don't know what else I said about that now. They are holding back a bit as well, you know, because they don't want to get hurt from anything in the matrix, you know. Now, on the next few days, you could receive quite a nice surprise, which is rather nice. You could receive a romantic surprise, or something that you really, really love that kind of increases your self-love. So that's really cool. It's really nice. We've got Libra energy here. So you may know a Libra, you may be a Libra, you may have Libra in your chart. Spirit is bringing more balance to your life. So you should be feeling more balanced, more peaceful. You should have a nicer flow between your spirituality and what you do in the matrix. There's a better balance going on there. You've pulled back from the matrix a little bit. You're more centered in yourself. You may be quite aesthetic at the moment, you know, enjoying styling things or being artistic or creative. Or you may be attracted to something or someone. The angels are helping you to really take your nurturing to another level and to be really ultra gentle with yourself, like really sensitive with yourself, really looking after yourself, pulling back from the matrix, like I keep saying, and just like that is just a beautiful thing, because the more you're doing that, you are just going to find yourself so much more peaceful. And there's just, you know, then there's just a lot less mind activity going on. Because most of the mind activity comes up where we're in conflict with the matrix, you know. So if you just reject the matrix, you cut down on a lot of your mind activity. So you're really, really being more sensitive to yourself, which is a beautiful thing. You know, and you're just feeling more calm and peaceful. And your spirit guides are helping you to unfold like a rose. They're helping you to get to know yourself, like your true self, not the person that your parents wanted to be, you to be, not the person that society wanted you to be, but your true self. You're getting to know your true self. And weirdly, sometimes there's things that happen we don't like. Okay? Sometimes things happen that we don't like, but in a weird way, it's helping us understand ourselves better and get to know who we really are. So your spirit guides are doing all sorts of things with you at the moment, and you just kind of have to trust them, that they know what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? They know what they're doing, because everything they're doing is to bring you back to you. Do you see what I mean? The real you. Okay? So we do thank our spirit guides for that, because we probably don't always thank them, but we do understand that they know best. And your loved one in spirit is saying, I am not dead. They're there, they're doing stuff, they're helping you. Their energy lives on. You know, they're beautiful gifts that they brought the world. You know, they're still gifted, they're still beautiful. So that's the message. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it helps you start off your week. Look out for that nice little surprise. Look out for spirit. You know, spirit's right with you at the moment. So just go into your week knowing that you're much closer to spirit. You know, and you're taking better care of yourself, really. So have a good rest of your weekend, if it's still the weekend when you're watching this. Have a good Monday. Monday's always a bit of a testing day, isn't it? I've got to be honest, I'm not a keen Monday lover. I try not to do too much on a Monday. I used to see my therapist on a Monday, but obviously he's now stopped with me. And I was gonna look up a autism specialist therapist, but I actually had a bit of news yesterday that the psychology team are going to be doing some therapy with me, and it starts in 2 weeks. So I'm actually just going to hold off getting an autistic therapist, because I don't want to overload myself with loads of different therapy at the same time. I'm going to start this new therapy with this psychology. I don't know, maybe it's with my mental health team. I think she might be with my mental health team, actually. But anyway, she's a psychologist, and she's going to do therapy with me through the NHS. So I'm just going to do that to start off with, and at least that'll be something that might help me. I need somebody to help me with this. It's a bit better than it was, I will say that. The tablets are making it so much better. So I've got a smile on my face, and that's why I'm on the channel. I'm telling you now. If I wasn't on my tablets, I would not be on the channel, you know. But, you know, some days, even doing the channel, some days I do find it hard because, you know, my mental health's kind of like this. I know I always seem chatty and pretty happy when I record the videos, but that's just like a little tiny part of my day. And you don't see me the rest of the time. Oh dear. Yeah, it's funny really. So I don't know. I used to, when I was doing my readings for all of you, I used to analyse names, you know. But something my spirit guides taught me to do was that I could get information about people through their name. And funnily enough, Kerry, if you're called Kerry, I'm sorry to say, but that is a big name for mental health. Or if you meet someone called Kerry. It's not discrimination against people called Kerry, I'm not going to say that, but I just loosely tell you that. So yeah, never mind. It's my name. Anyway, so I'm sending you lots of love wherever you are on Gaia. I hope you're okay. You know, you can always message me, you can always email me. I'm not doing readings. I don't accept donations. So, but you're always welcome to email me if you want. It's on my page. And yeah, I'll see you well, I won't, when am I going to see? It depends when I upload this video, but I will be back for the Tuesday reading. Okay, bye.